Welcome back to your ultimate guide to coin collecting and the fascinating world of numismatics. Today, we're diving into a unique and often misunderstood coin, the 1983 USA half-quarter dollar. We'll explore its history, design, and current circulated value. So stay tuned. Now, before you start searching your coin jars, let me clarify, there isn't actually a coin officially called the half-quarter dollar issued by the United States Mint. However, this nickname often refers to specific coins due to their size, value, or rarity. In this video, we're spotlighting the 1983 quarter dollar, also known as the Washington quarter, minted during an intriguing time in U.S. coinage history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. By 1983, these quarters were still made primarily from copper nickel clad, with a copper core sandwiched between nickel layers. This composition replaced the original 90% silver quarters phased out in 1965. In 1983, no special mint marks or silver versions were released. However, quarters from this year are notable because they weren't included in U.S. mint sets. This makes high-quality uncirculated examples a bit harder to find and has influenced. Coin features the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse showcases the American bald eagle, a powerful symbol of freedom, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below, representing peace and strength. These design elements have remained consistent over the decades, making the Washington quarter one of the most recognizable coins in circulation. Now let's talk about value. A 1983 Washington quarter in circulated condition is typically worth its face value, 25 cents. However, if you're a collector, the story doesn't end there. Due to the absence of mint sets that year, finding a pristine uncirculated 1983 quarter can be a challenge. For collectors, a high-grade uncirculated coin, graded MS65 or higher by a professional grading service, can fetch anywhere from $20 to $50 or more, depending on market demand. Circulated coins, even those in better condition, usually sell for around 50 cents to $1 if they show minimal wear and have good eye appeal. Coins with errors, like misstrikes or double dies, can command even higher prices, sometimes exceeding $100. If you're searching for valuable 1983 quarters, here are a few tips. Look for coins with minimal wear and strong details on Washington's, quote, and the eagle's feathers. Misstrikes, off-center strikes, or double dies are worth more. A loupe or magnifying glass can help you spot these. The 1983 quarters were struck in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D. Quarters from both mints are worth inspecting. There you have it. The 1983 half-quarter dollar or Washington quarter is a fascinating piece of U.S. coinage history. While most circulated examples are worth their face value, uncirculated coins and rare errors can add significant value to your collection. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1932. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the quarter was created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Its design has become one of the most enduring and recognizable in American coin history. 1932196 The Washington quarter was composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, 1965 present. Due to the rising cost of silver and economic inflation, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition. The new design consisted of a copper core sandwiched between two layers of nickel, marking a significant shift in U.S. coinage. The 1983 Washington quarter falls within the era of copper-nickel-clad coins, but it holds special significance due to the unique circumstances of that year. Unlike most years, the U.S. Mint did not produce official mint sets in 1982 or 1983. This decision made uncirculated examples from these years much harder to find compared to other years. As a result, high-quality quarters from 1983 are in high demand among collectors. The U.S. economy in the early 1980s faced challenges like high inflation and unemployment. Coins minted during this period often show signs of heavy circulation due to extensive usage in daily transactions. This widespread circulation led to fewer well-preserved examples of the 1983 quarter. The 1983 Washington quarter was minted at 2 facilities, over 1.4 billion quarters in 1983, yet very few have survived in pristine condition due to the absence of mint sets. The 1983 Washington quarter represents an era of high mintages but low preservation. Its story highlights the practical use of coinage during a time when silver coins had been long replaced, yet collecting was becoming a more prominent hobby. The absence of mint sets in 1983 makes finding a high-grade uncirculated example a rewarding challenge for modern collectors. Today we're diving into a fascinating coin that has collectors intrigued, the 1984 USA half-quarter dollar. Is it rare? What's its circulated value? Stick around to find out. Before we talk about its value, let's clear up a common misconception. The term half-quarter dollar isn't an official coin from the U.S. Mint. It's often a nickname used by collectors or enthusiasts for misidentified coins. For today, though, we're focusing on the regular 1984 quarter dollar, often mistaken due to wear or size comparisons. The 1984 quarter dollar is part of the iconic Washington Quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington. The obverse features Washington's profile, while the reverse design at that time showcased a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, symbolizing strength and freedom. In 1984, the Washington Quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, and San Francisco. The first 2 were for general circulation. While the San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins, in 1984, over 676 million quarters were minted in Philadelphia and more than 546 million in Denver. Proof coins from San Francisco were much scarcer, with only about 3.7 million produced. With such high mintage, these coins are generally not considered rare, especially in circulated condition. So, what's the value of a circulated 1984 Washington quarter? Here's the breakdown. What about errors? Error coins are where things get exciting for collectors. Look for double D errors, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Some error coins from 1984 have sold for $50 to over $500, depending on the rarity and condition. Here are my top tips if you're hunting for a 1984 quarter dollar. Coins from Denver, DR, are slightly more sought after than those from Philadelphia. A small mistake can mean a big payday. Use coin sleeves or cases to prevent further wear and tear. And there you have it, the fascinating details and circulated value of the 1984 USA quarter dollar. While it's not rare in circulated condition, it's still a fantastic piece of American history to add to your collection. If you're lucky, you might even stumble upon an error coin worth a small fortune. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Its design, featuring Washington's profile on the obverse, was created by sculptor John Flanagan. The Washington quarter replaced the standing Liberty quarter, which had been in circulation since 1916. The change was driven by the desire to honor George Washington on a widely circulated coin. George Washington's profile, facing left, is prominently displayed. The inscriptions include Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year of minting, 1984 in this case. The reverse features a bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, a symbol of strength and peace. The words United States of America and quarter dollar are inscribed, along with E pluribus unimur aldier Washington quarters, were composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. This made them valuable not only for their face value, but also for their silver content. Due to rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965. By 1984, the core was made of a core of pure copper, sandwiched between 2 outer layers of copper-nickel alloy. By the 1980s, the Washington quarter had become a standard and widely recognized coin in U.S. currency. The 1984 coin was part of the prelude to the modern coinage era before the State Quarters series began in 1999. The Washington quarter remains a symbol of American heritage and George Washington's leadership. Its long production run, from 1932 to present, demonstrates its importance in U.S. coinage history. While the 1984 quarter is not particularly rare, it holds interest among collectors for its historical value and as a representation of mid-20th century coin design. Error coins from this year, such as double dies or misstrikes, add significant value and intrigue. The 1984 Washington quarter, though common in circulation, is a piece of American history that reflects the enduring legacy of George Washington and the evolution of U.S. coinage. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with fellow coin enthusiasts, and subscribe for more numismatic adventures. Until next time, keep collecting and happy hunting.